Good evening, fellow punters. The clock on the wall this time says 6 minutes past 8. I had 15 minutes or more done, and I don't know what happened. I hope it doesn't happen this time. It all disappeared. And it was going very well, I thought. But I have no idea what happened, so I hope I don't. It didn't happen before. Touched the wrong button, I suppose, but I'm used to that. I'm looking at the Aintree card tomorrow. You can pick and choose what you want. You'll agree or disagree with me. That's what racing is all about, having opinions. And I have a little Trixie to do elsewhere from the Aintree meeting. Today we got off, like yesterday, to a very good start with Mr. Camacho absolutely hosing up. That was 15-8 last night. It won at 6-4. I think it was 13-8, 7-4 all day. Loved the ground. Never in doubt from the turn for home. So that set us up well, I thought, for a horse that I thought would win. Trushan, especially after reading this morning that the trainer said it was in the same forward position as it was last year when it won. I looked at the rerun a couple of times after. Holly gave it one belt of the twig about the furlong and a half pole and then left it down and hands and heels and gave it a backhander on something after that. But I thought if ever we needed Kieran Fallon with the shillelagh, I'll tell you we needed it today there. A nice double ruined, but we hadn't lost money because we had the win bet on the first one. And then the other one, not great. A dog, a pig. Won't be back at him again. Having no luck at all with Murphy's horses, so I think we'll be leaving that yard for one side. Oh, newcomers on the bus. Colin Dunn is on it recently. TR3X Shad. Capital JM. David Tidy, he was looking very neat as he boarded. Eamon O'Neill. KY Mare 62. Matthew Truckle. Barry Kernan. Kieran O'Connor, that's Kieran with a C. Mark Hennessy was on the other day. He left a message. He said he spotted me in Fairy House. I don't think I ran away. He must spot me in the distance. I was spotted on television a couple of times as well. Nut Brown. Would that be the colour of a person's hair? And there was a line of a song in The Star of the County Down. The sheen of her nut brown hair. Mia Medal. Anthony Kavanagh. And Paul Butler in Birmingham was on today. I knew a few pubs and I drank with them in my late teens. My aunt owned one in Moseley, the Prince of Wales, and an uncle owned one in Digbeth, the White Swan. He died very young, and then his wife and family took it over, and there were over 50 years in the premises, and they're only gone out for a couple of years. I think it's closed now. That was bought by developers or something. And Luca Snow in Liverpool asked me today, was I going to Anfield? I'm not going this year. I will get to a meeting in England at some stage during the summer. Not sure where yet. So I'll try and get to as many this year as I can while my health is pretty decent. So on to tomorrow. We have a Trixie that people can do if they want. There are three horses, like a €2 Trixie with a €2 treble. You pay a couple of hundred if it came in at these prices. Jet of Magic. This went off a hot favourite the last time. It only got as far as the second, but on his previous run over pretty much the same distance, went off 4-1 favourite in a Premier handicap in Sandown, and it was third to Call Me Lord and Green Book. Two, decent horses rated 134 and 144. So if we couldn't get back to that for him, Harry rode it that day, but Angus Chalita's taken off 5 as well tomorrow. And Paul Nichols has a great strike rate at Taunton. Going against the favourite, he has 1-2, and he's gone up the weight has gone on. So That's one. The other one then is the 4:30 at Newcastle. Falcon 9 opened up 7-2. Now this was a very eye-catching. It'll go out in price again, but it opened up 7-2. It was only beaten 3 3/4 lengths in its maiden last November. It broke stone cold last. I had the video in the earlier one. I didn't have time. I deleted it and I didn't have time to get back to it. But it ran on, and it's fierce well bred. Michael Stout hasn't had a winner though since Bay Ridge won last October. When it was in that Group 1. But he's only 0 for 2 in the new year, the new campaign. Calypso would be a danger. I think it's between the two of them, but Falcon 9, the money is down, so that seems to be fit enough to do itself justice tomorrow. It's very well bred. Fine, big, strong horse. Look at the video of it and you'll see what I mean from last year. Out of Ulysses and Selkirk, that'll like a bit cut on the ground, softer surface there at Newcastle. And the other one is in Chelmsford. Going against Rock Chant. It won for us a couple of times. What will be, will be. But this is just what will be. And it won the last time. It's won 2 for 2 at the track. And big strong horse relishes the surface. So there are 3 for a small Trixie away from Aintree. So we'll have a look at the Aintree card. 145. But this is very ground dependent. The going says it's good to soft in places. The reason being, Banbridge likes good ground, or good to soft and get away with. And you'll see that its worst sort of run was at the Fairy House Festival there in December on soft ground behind Mighty Potter. It won on good to yield and good ground, and then it ran on to second at Fabiolo, and it ran on that. Now, if it'll get away with good to soft. In contrast, then you have Stage Star, which looks to be the main rival, who won in Cheltenham, and that only defeat over fences was on good ground, and all its winning was on soft ground. So if it was, someone said there was a lot of rain coming, but I don't believe it can be as bad as they're saying. They do scare the bejesus out of people now with green or orange flags up and yellow flags and whatever. But I'd be on Banbridge. I was in Gordon Park today. It won first time out. I was impressed with it. Has got the break as well. Hasn't ran for 68 days whereas Stage Star, I know it's a month ago, but that'll be my selection, Banbridge, in the first race. The next race then we have Triumph Hurl Forum. We have Zenta, who was 3rd in the Triumph. The JP's colours with the white cap.
Lossymouth is sent right across to the stands rail by Paul Townend, often the best place to be, challenged by stable companion Zenta and another stable companion Gala Marceau, and then Gust of Wind in 4th place, and behind those then is ascending Lossymouth from Zenta as they near the final flight. Lossymouth picks up a bit more over the last. Good job, Lossymouth from Zenta in 2nd place. Gala Marceau is back in 3rd and racing up the hill. She's really opening up. It's Lossymouth by 3 lengths going up towards the line. Paul Townend pushes her out, and it's another win for Willie Mullins.
It's a long way back to 4th, and she gets, is it £7 or £8? £7. I actually think this could be a better field. You have our old buddy there, scriptwriter, we had tipped him up the last year, but he ran terrible. But he was behind Nusrat. Bo Zinnett's decent enough, but you'd imagine that that forum and getting the weight, that Zenta would be the one. It was 2-1 yesterday and last night. This morning it opened up 7-4 there earlier, so the money is down for that. When the money goes down on the JP horse, take note. We go to the 255, the Aintree Bowl. Bravest Man's game was pulled out there in the last hour. We have a high senior who 2 for 2 in Aintree. 2 out of 3, I think it is, isn't it? A Plutard coming back, pulled up twice. He'd be the highest rated horse. Conflated, third in the Gold Cup. A high senior was going all right when it fell in that. I'm on, even though it let me down for a good few pounds and let down a lot of passengers, I'm on Shiskin. It done everything wrong. It nearly brought fences out of the ground, and yet was running on very well at to Invialan in the Ryanair. It hasn't ever ran. That was the farthest it ran. Like, it won a point to point. And then it was campaigned at shorter distances the whole time. Apple Rock, second to it. Apple Rock won a few races for us. But the flat track and be going a beat slower. A high senior will be out in front that it might have the toe to catch up. Like, a high senior, I think, is the major danger, to be honest. I can't have absolute hard at all after his last couple of runs. I'd be on Shiskin and with the danger high senior with a good track record. The next one then is a one horse race. I done a bet there a few minutes ago. Zanahiyr at 2-1 without the favourite. So Appetant won it last year. Zanahiyr fell at the second last, was it, or the last? The rest, Constitution Hill, like, is a pure tool altogether. Like, he'll hack up distance bets for people that would be interested in that. The Fox Hunters Chase. Wing Leader is the favourite. Hasn't ran in Aintree before. This was won last year by Latenightpass, and it was second the year before. And I thought that would be as a 10-year-old Gene Andrews. The safest option would be to back this each way at 5-1. Hasn't ran since, according to that, and it hadn't ran to second to the year before to Cousin Pascal, who's running again. Wing Leader, yeah, I mean, it could be, Hunter's Chase is what can happen, but horses for courses, I was always told as a young fella. So Latenightpass, 5-1 each way bet. Brings us on to the Red Rum Chase. Horse back there at 8-1 earlier is Grey Diamond. We were on it the last day. It done us a good turn. I thought he was well in, best horse in the race, and they weren't going fast enough at the start for him. And Sammy Twiston Davis took the bull by the horns and went out in front. And this is him here in front.
Fourth last. Escape and Evade and Dreams of Home, second and third. Cornerstone Lad next, and One Fine Man at the back end of the field in fifth place. He's got 7 lengths to find with Grey Diamond, who's certainly got this field on the stretch. Amula Gold showing next to nothing at the back end of the field. So motoring on towards the third last fence. Grey Diamond from Escape and Evade. Grey Diamond, 2 clear, Escape and Evade second. Then comes Cornerstone Lad and Dream of Home. And One Fine Man, not finding much at the moment. The second last fence now. Grey Diamond at it. Jumps in.
So tomorrow, the front runner will probably be Douglas Talkin. He'll go out in front. It won its last 2 from the front, likes to front run. So he'll have a pace to aim at tomorrow. But if you look at, like, he won an air that day and he bet a horse we were on, Champ de Gane. And we were on that when it fell, and then it ran no race the last day. And it went up £6. Ran off 124 the last day. It won all right in Sandown, but as I say, what did it beat? It's gone up another £10 from that. So Grey Diamond was 5th in this last year. Actually, Martin Brazel's horse there, Sean Mulryan's, where are we here? I flicked the wrong horse today. Dancing on my own. It looks to be primed for a good run again because it has ran terrible in Fairy House a couple of times, but there's a lot of strong money for it. That was second to the last day last year. So Grey Diamond, there's a lot of money from there now because he was 8th and he was at 7th. I think he's the horse to back each way in that race tomorrow. Brings us on to the bumper. Very strong favourite, Seeyouinmydreams. This was bought for, I think it was 225,000 by the shrewdy Tom Malone. After winning a pint to pint.
To go, and it's still See You in My Dreams, moving along comfortably in front. The black and red of Irish Chorus has moved into second place. Then Beth Page on the left, the pink sleeves of Stooty behind these. Mardi Mono running on, purple and pink is going to challenge for second. They're heading to the final furlong, but at least See You in My Dreams is. She hasn't been challenged. She's not going to be challenged. See You in My Dreams and Harry Compton are going to coast home to success here. Win very handsomely indeed. Second position will go to Mardi Mono, and then in third place Irish Chorus. Studios behind those.
The horse that was 4th won today. Won a bumper today. So that gives substance to the forum. Held on, and the horses that were 2nd and 3rd is to be taken out of the race. There's 2. Willie has one here, Jolly Core Allen. This was bought by JP after running in France. Now he's on the rail, or she's on the rail. She doesn't get a run in time, but she's pulled out, but she finishes second to a horse called Jasuba.
And past the 700 they go. And it's Jasuba, the yellow sleeves, who's now come through for Michael Barcelona and picked up the lead. On the near side, Jasmine de Courton into second position. Trying to quicken up now is Jaffa. And now he tries to sprint away. Here on the near side, Julietta Gia has come through as well. But it's Jasuba who has the lead. Julietta Gia, probably just about in second position, is bearing down. Jaffa's got to run through on the inside, but the lead is with Jasuba, and Jasuba shows by a length and a half. Here goes Joli Coeur Alain, but it's Jasuba at the line who's won it. Joli Coeur Alain in second. Third goes to Julietta Guilla, and fourth was Jasmine de Courton.
That was 1.5 miles. That Jasuba was just behind July Flower, and that has changed ownership and gone to Henry de Bromhead. So you'd imagine, but I was watching the video that came up the middle of the track. Of the two of them, Willie's horse would be the better, and it's getting £8 as a 4-year-old. Now, 4-year-olds has won this in the last few years, so it's between the two of them. I was looking at all the videos of them today. That one would probably go out in front, but that would be the danger probably. Now, that's my reading of it. Alfie's Princess ran decent enough the last time too, but an unknown form. The market has got it right pretty much. I might be doing a reverse forecast between the top two and the market as well. I hope that helps some people. I'll write up a few bets. It's probably the ground with the first one, as I was saying, between Banbridge, but if it stays as it is with Banbridge, Zenta on all known form should win the 4-year-old. I'm on Shiskin, Constitution Hill will win, and then Latenightpass each way, Grey Diamond each way, and Seeyouinmydreams are a small reverse forecast with Willie's horse. Bash the bookies, over and out.